most of those involved with this sequel were covering familiar ground. The director of the first Lethal Weapon was back at the helm again.
I fell in love with the characters and the actors and the relationships, and when the opportunity came to do a sequel, I just didn't want anybody else mess with my stuff.
The actors play characters involved in sometimes uneasy relationships. Mel Gibson's cop is a little off the wall compared to his more stable partner, played by Danny Glover.
Hey, you all right, man?
Yeah, I'm okay. Where were you, man? You're my partner or what? Why didn't you follow me down?
Yeah, why didn't you follow him down?
Shut up! I'm 7 floors up!
In my eyes, what makes a good action film is action evolves out of a situation. And if the situation is created on characters and relationships, and the action comes out of that, it's great. It comes out of the situation the characters are thrown into.
What's the toughest thing about making an action picture?
The toughest thing about an action picture is safety. The stuntmen don't like me because I'm the one that says, no, you're going too far. People want to try and do things a little better because they want to do better than their last picture, and they want to be the best at what they do, and in so doing, they forget the realities of life.
Donner had his doubts that he could top the action in the first Lethal Weapon.
I kept saying to everybody around me, my editor, I said, I don't think the action compares to the first one. Then when I saw the picture assembled, I realized we had kind of made it a little better.
Which is just as well, because it faces tough competition in this summer of sequels.
I think it could have done a lot better if it had been out there by itself. And I'm nervous. I'm a nervous Nelly. I think the picture stands on its own.
No doubt the filmmaker will be reassured by Lethal Weapon 2's earnings. The movie grossed more opening day than its predecessor did over its entire opening weekend. Sandy Kenyon, CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.
Our situation has not improved.
In what's turning out to be the hottest summer in movie history, writer Jeffrey Boam has added some of his own fire to the screen.
I don't like to be hot because all hot things cool. But I don't mind being called successful because success does perpetuate itself.
And it has for Boam. His work on such successful movies as The Lost Boys and Inner Space led to his writing the screenplays for this summer's blockbusters, Lethal Weapon 2 and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
What I do is I create a movie on paper so that when you read a screenplay, you see the movie.
I knew I had to get that book as far away from me as I possibly could. Yeah.
Dr. Jones.
Yes?
I will take the book now.
Boam wasn't the original writer on either film, but his were the scripts that made it to the screen.
Scripts were done prior to my coming to work, but I didn't really rewrite those scripts. I just started fresh. But some of those ideas have found their way into the movie, no question about it, and those people have story credit.
Looks like the best parts have already been spoken for.
Boam has written completely original scripts. He couldn't get them produced, but they did lead to his current success.
I wrote a couple screenplays that a lot of people liked, but nobody really wanted to make those, or at least they didn't get made. But I got work, and then it just never ended.
Okay, I get it. Bad cop, good cop.
Shut up!
Okay. Bad cop, bad cop.
It's been 4 years since Boam had time to work on his own stories. He's in such high demand because of a talent that seems deceptively simple.
I do feel that one of my major abilities is to find the movie. This is the hardest thing that a writer has to do. Even a writer who's writing an original doesn't always know where the movie is in his idea. And if you can find the movie, if you can identify the movie and point to it, then you can write it.
And as Jeff Boam has proved, people will go see it. Sherry Sylvester, CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.